What's up, everybody? Peter Lorenzo, Crawford Lorenzo Home Selling Team, Keller Williams Metropolitan. Yes, the cowboy hat is back. It's fall. I know I missed last week. I was at a couple of meetings last Monday, but it is good to be back November 11th. And look at the gorgeous weather outside that we've got in November. All I can tell you is this is keeping people going to open houses, looking at homes every week, and keeping the market really strong. So today, I'm going to bypass birthdays and things like that. I want to get right into numbers today. Next week, we'll go back into that. Can't tell you how excited I am from a market perspective of what I'm seeing. Last year, it was last October, we took 7 listings. This past October, we just took 13 listings. So, and the rates are still up there a little bit. It just shows me that I think we're going to have a strong November, December, and going into January. So the key is we've got a lot of people usually making decisions during this time of year that they don't want to be here, and now it's time to get down south. I don't know if we're going to have those people going to Florida, but I do think we'll have them going to, whether it's North Carolina, South Carolina. We're seeing a lot of people going to Tennessee. And I'm going to be bringing up those interviews again this next month. We're going to be visiting with Robin Woodall again down in Florida. Because we always do see people going down to that Panhandle area. And we're going to be revisiting with Diana out in Arizona again. We're going to be revisiting out in Tennessee, because we've got a lot of people thinking about that, and a couple of states out west too. So let's get into the market. I'm excited for what I'm seeing. Our team, just so you know, we're probably going to do the same amount of business that we did this year in a more difficult market than we did last year. And to me, that's a win. If we did about 100 transactions, roughly $70 million last year, with the rates up, people still sitting on 3%, you've got to do a little more investigation. You got to find the people that have the motivation to buy or sell. To do the same amount this year, I think is key. With the decisions made in our election, looking at the economy, looking at that getting stronger, look at our relations getting stronger globally, I think we're going to see the real estate environment, people have confidence in what's happening there. They'll probably decide to maybe keep their home, or maybe relinquish that home and put that money in different opportunities for wealth. So let's jump into what's happening in the market. So every week I look at Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains. We'll look at the number of homes that are coming soon, the number that are available, the number that went into attorney review, the numbers that are under contract, and the numbers that are sold. So let's look at Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains, and then what we'll do is we'll take a train ride east about 5 miles. We'll look at Madison, Chatham, and Florham Park. See if there's any wow factors here. First wow factor, here's the wow factor. Days on market, Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains. It has not reached this number in quite some time. So we're at 72. Now I'm looking at 4 to 5 bedroom homes, 2+ baths. We're at 72 days on the market. We're still looking at an average price point in Morristown, which has been the last 3 weeks, of over $1 million. What does that tell me? It tells me that people are going for the gusto. Now this number is up a little bit because we do have a $3.2 million house on the market here. We have 1.8, one at 1050. But we still, good morning, Hillary. Well, nice to see you. Tell the kids I said hello. We're seeing an average price point of over $1 million in Morristown. That's the 3rd week in a row. I still think, and I called it 2 weeks ago, that's kind of a Hail Mary pass. Hey, it's the end of the year. The market's good. We've been on our home. Average price point is on the upside. Let's ask for more. But they're sitting at 72 days. That number is going to come down, and should come down, because in this market, you don't want that home sitting on average for any longer than that. We do have a home in here that's been on for quite some time, so that's fluxing that up a little bit. But anyway, even if it was 60 days, there were 19 available. 2 went into attorney review. So some activity last week. That leaves 17 available. 17 available, and we have 19 under contract. We are seeing a ratio of available to under contract, which is nice, rather than this much available and this much under contract. When you have this many available, that means your days on the market's like 12 to 15, and this many under contract, that means your under contract time period usually is about 45 to 60 days. I like a nice even market, which is what we're seeing right now. average list price that was on the market for 32 days was $948,000. So again, you're seeing, hey, the average has been up. Let's go for it and let's see what we get. Just be sure, sellers out there, here's a tip. So sellers out there, you don't want to be leaving that house on the market for that long at a price that if you end up pulling it off, people are going to go back and look at, and they're going to question why it was priced so high. Let's look at sales. Sales in Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains, 958, trading up first time all year, trading up at 5% above asking. All year it's been 4%. So this is a key factor. This is a big number. Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains, you just hit 5% above asking price, which is key because you've been at 4% probably for 2 years. Market's strong. I think the market's going to get stronger. You see those rates come down a bit into the 5.5s, 5.75s, even 5.8s. You're going to see the prices go up a little bit too. If you're selling, your price will be up. And then if you're buying, you're going to have to deal with it. But I do like the fact that your opportunities will be a little bit greater in looking at options. All right. I love that. Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains. Poof, kudos to you. 5% above asking. Let's jump into Madison, Chatham, and Florham Park. Let's see if we're hitting 6% up there. So I always look at Chatham, as you all say. I look at the borough. I also look at the township. I'm going to be looking at Madison too. And let's take a look at Florham Park. Also in the comments below, good morning, Michael. Fish on. In the comments below, is 11 o'clock better than 10 o'clock? Let me know if you like that. If you like that, thumbs up. I don't know if you want it earlier. If you watch this, if you watch it later, put in the comments below here what time is best for you, because then I'll try to tailor it. I do have a meeting at 9 and a meeting at 9:30, and that 9:30 meeting went past 10. So if 10:30 is better, great. Mike, I missed the Striper Blitz by a day. I'll send you some pictures. Let's see. All right, Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains. We did that. 5% above asking. Madison, Chatham, Florham Park. 4 to 5 bedroom, 2+ baths. Let's see what we get if there's wow factors. Remember my last wow factor for Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains was the 72 days on the market. We haven't seen that. We also haven't seen 5% above asking all year. You'll see that on my Instagram post later, right after this. Wow factor. Whoa, where are you? Come on, there you are. All right. Wow factor. Here's my wow factor for Madison, Chatham, Florham Park. You've got 22 available, 2 went under contract, same as Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains, so not a ton of activity, but 22 available is key. 40 under contract. So you have a 1 to 2 ratio of available to contract. Here's why you've got a 1 to 2 available under contract. You've got 1 to 2, you got 22 available and 40 under contract. 40 under contract, because your days on the market for these is 34. Your under contract days like 45 to 60 on average. They're keeping their numbers where they should be. 1.471. That's actually down a little bit. What they're saying is, and I always see this, Madison, Chatham, Florham Park, you've got luxury listings. You have people with assets. They're not as emotionally tied to the house. What happens here usually trickles down towards the lower price points. When I say lower, I mean 800 to 1.1 million. The Chatham, Madison, Florham Park, they've kept their numbers well. They looked at the days going up, boom, they bring them down. It's going to take about 2 or 3 weeks for Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains to do that, because they're looking at these houses to sell. And when you get excited about that, you tend to make a little bit over-aggressive decisions. So every year, as I say, it trickles down. The decision process trickles down to the other price points. Less emotion, more statistics, economical. 22 available, 34 days on the market, 1.471. Average asking price, 1.505. And boom, boom, boom. 6% average asking, 1.34. Trading at 1.43. Average days on the market, 22. So that's what we've got. Tips and hints for both buyers and sellers. Buyers, I'm going to keep saying the same thing. I'm seeing the inventory open up. I think you're going to see the inventory go up again. Probably next week. We've got 5 open houses coming up this week. So if our team of a dozen have that, I think that's just a good number to look at and say other people probably have things opening up. I think the weather's helping us. Though I know it's a little bit strange for the environment, but people are still going out to see open houses. There have been years that we've had snow by now, and that slows things down a little bit, or on the weekends, that's not happening. So that's important to consider. But go out and see homes. You now have options for homes. Just looking at the options that you've got in Madison, Chatham, Florham Park. I mean, you've got a couple at 7. You got some at 6 to 7. You got some at 7 to 8. You got some at $1 million to 1.2, and then you've got things going up, to 2.5. So multiple homes you're looking at, kind of different price points, lower amounts and different price points to make the accumulation of 20. So that's what I see from a buyer's perspective. Sellers, I am seeing people and talking to people of you have to make sure that your home is in shape. What are other people looking at? Making sure that you're the best value. If there are things that need to be fixed, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I should be saying the things over and over to help the sellers. If you're thinking about selling a home, or you know somebody who's selling a home, they need to go out and take a look and say, I've seen that house. My house is, I need to do this over. I need to fix the corners. I need to repaint. I need the people to walk in. The best thing you can do, 2 things. One, if you're selling, price it right so it appraises, to make sure that when the buyers leave, they know that house was priced right. Not high, not low, but priced right. The second thing you want them to say is, wow, we can move in here and we don't need to do anything. Why? Because the rates are up right now and they don't have extra money to be putting into the house. That doesn't mean the rate's not going to change and they can refinance and get money or save money, but they don't want to go in looking like they have to spend a lot to get things done. Those are my tips and hints. Have a great week, everybody. If you know anybody who wants to buy, sell, rent, or invest, you know how to get in touch with me, Peter G. Lorenzo at kw.com. Best thing to do, just put in a comment below. If you need any appraisals or anything done on your home, if you want me to come to your home and say, you're going to be in there for 5 years, you got a 2 or 3% mortgage rate, but could you give me a plan for what to do over those 5 years so when I decide to sell my home, I'm the best value and it's going to allow me to make choices, in where I want to go because my home's going to sell quick. If you don't want to sell your home, keep in mind, and you can comment if you're interested in having market analysis done on value of your home. You can take money out of your home, go buy an investment property. Putting money into real estate is a great way to increase your wealth. Rental incomes have never gone down. I'll talk about managing properties for people. I'm happy to help where I can, but getting the right people in your home, managing those properties, having a portfolio of rental properties is key too. If you're interested in that, I'm happy to help as well. Good morning, cuz. See you all. You know how to get in touch with me. Please share this video below and let me know if 10:30 is better than 11. If you like 11, great. And have a great week. Talk to everybody soon.